Happiness and success are universal pursuits, yet they often feel elusive, shaped by countless external pressures and personal challenges. As the philosopher Aristotle once said, happiness depends upon ourselves. This guide explores practical, science-backed insights on building a fulfilling life from within, aligned with your unique values, strengthened by resilience, and enriched by meaningful relationships. Drawing from psychology, philosophy, and modern research, these strategies offer concrete ways to achieve inner contentment and purposeful success. From defining what success means to you to cultivating gratitude, mindfulness, and self-compassion, each point unveils essential practices for lasting happiness. As Viktor Frankl, the renowned psychiatrist, noted, those who have a why to live can bear with almost any how. With exercises like goal setting, lifelong learning, and prioritizing physical health, you'll learn to focus on personal growth rather than societal comparison, fostering a deep sense of purpose and resilience. Together, these principles form a powerful foundation for living a life that's as rewarding as it is balanced. Define happiness and success on your terms. Happiness and success are highly personal concepts, often shaped by individual experiences, values, and aspirations. Modern psychology suggests that fulfillment comes not from conforming to societal expectations, but from aligning with our own intrinsic values. Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar, a positive psychology expert, emphasizes that defining these terms ourselves is essential to genuine happiness, as living by others' standards leads to dissatisfaction. True happiness arises when our actions, relationships, and goals are guided by what personally matters most. One way to clarify these definitions is by identifying what brings a sense of purpose and joy. Ask yourself, what activities, experiences, or achievements make you feel fulfilled? Write down 5 things that resonate deeply. For example, you might value creativity, connection, health, or continuous growth. Then, set a meaningful goal in each area, goals that reflect your core values. These should be specific, realistic, and attainable. Studies by Edward Deci and Richard Ryan on self-determination theory show that pursuing intrinsic goals, those driven by internal satisfaction, leads to greater well-being than extrinsic goals, like wealth or status. When we define happiness and success based on what truly fulfills us, we feel motivated, resilient, and satisfied. This process also encourages self-acceptance, reducing the need to compete or compare with others. By aligning actions with our own values, we create a life that feels genuinely successful, regardless of external measures. The power lies in being clear about our personal definitions of success and happiness, rather than relying on societal norms or expectations, leading to a deeper sense of contentment and purpose. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude, the practice of recognizing and appreciating what we have, is a powerful way to boost happiness. Dr. Robert Emmons, a prominent gratitude researcher, explains that gratitude shifts focus from what's missing to what's present in our lives, fostering a more positive outlook. By regularly acknowledging life's positives, we build resilience against stress, increase our sense of contentment, and improve relationships. A simple exercise to foster gratitude is to maintain a gratitude journal. Each night, write down 3 things you're grateful for, focusing on specific details. Rather than general statements like, "I'm grateful for my family," specify what made you feel this way. "I'm grateful for my sister's supportive advice today." This specificity intensifies the emotional impact, creating a stronger positive effect. Positive psychology studies, especially those by Dr. Martin Seligman, demonstrate that gratitude exercises can increase happiness by training the mind to focus on positives. A consistent gratitude practice can also strengthen empathy and reduce tendencies toward materialism or comparison, both of which often hinder happiness. Moreover, practicing gratitude has a ripple effect on other aspects of life. It improves self-esteem, enhances social bonds, and cultivates an attitude of abundance, which counteracts the scarcity mindset common in a success-driven culture. Over time, gratitude rewires the brain to become more sensitive to the positive aspects of daily experiences. By making gratitude a daily habit, we not only build a foundation for greater happiness but also create a buffer against stress, disappointment, and negativity. This simple practice becomes a tool for long-term emotional resilience, promoting a more satisfying and optimistic view of life. If you're enjoying this audiobook and finding value in the content, we kindly ask you to take a moment to subscribe to the channel. A large portion of our listeners and viewers haven't subscribed yet, and by doing so, you'll help us grow and continue bringing you more high-quality audiobooks. Your support means a lot to us, and it's just one click away. So, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to stay connected and never miss out on our latest releases. Build resilience through mindfulness. Mindfulness, the practice of staying present and observing experiences without judgment, is a powerful tool for resilience. Dr. Jon Kabat-Zinn, a pioneer in mindfulness-based stress reduction, describes mindfulness as a way to anchor the mind, helping individuals manage stress, enhance focus, and improve emotional regulation. By staying grounded in the present, we avoid rumination on past regrets or anxieties about the future, both of which detract from happiness. A practical mindfulness exercise is mindful breathing. Spend 5 minutes each day focusing on your breath, inhale, exhale, and observe each sensation. If your mind wanders, gently guide it back without criticism. This practice trains the mind to focus and detach from negative thought patterns, fostering a sense of calm and presence. Scientific studies, like those published in the Clinical Psychology Review, reveal that mindfulness meditation enhances mental health by reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression. It strengthens the brain's capacity to process emotions and enhances resilience by improving our reaction to stress. When we're mindful, we're better equipped to handle life's challenges, as we're less reactive and more thoughtful in our responses. Additionally, mindfulness nurtures self-awareness, allowing us to understand our needs, limitations, and goals more clearly. It encourages acceptance of reality, even difficult situations, reducing resistance and increasing emotional flexibility. By building resilience, mindfulness not only supports happiness but also strengthens our ability to pursue and sustain success. This daily habit of mindfulness becomes a source of inner strength, enhancing both our mental health and capacity for achievement. Over time, we cultivate a mindset that embraces the present, improving emotional well-being and empowering a more fulfilling life. Invest in deep relationships. Deep, supportive relationships are crucial to both happiness and health. The Harvard Study of Adult Development, one of the longest-running studies on human well-being, found that the quality of relationships is the single most significant factor influencing happiness and longevity. Close connections provide a sense of belonging, reduce stress, and foster resilience, especially during challenging times. To nurture deep relationships, engage in regular quality time conversations with loved ones. Make it a weekly practice to have a meaningful talk with someone close to you. Instead of small talk, share experiences, listen without interrupting, and express empathy. These moments deepen bonds, build trust, and increase feelings of support and connection. Research by Dr. John Gottman, a leading psychologist in relationship studies, shows that strong relationships are built on mutual respect, communication, and emotional responsiveness. By investing time and effort into understanding and supporting one another, we create relationships that contribute significantly to happiness and personal growth. Furthermore, supportive relationships create a network of positive reinforcement, boosting confidence and providing encouragement in pursuing goals. Having people who celebrate your successes and stand by you during failures builds emotional resilience, helping you stay focused and motivated. Prioritizing relationships also counters the negative effects of isolation, which is linked to poor mental health outcomes like depression and anxiety. By cultivating deep connections, we create a foundation of support that enriches our lives and helps us face life's difficulties. Investing in relationships is not only beneficial for happiness but also essential for overall success. By prioritizing quality connections, we enhance our emotional well-being, making life's journey more fulfilling and joyful. Embrace growth mindset. A growth mindset, the belief that intelligence and abilities can be developed through effort, is fundamental to personal success and resilience. Dr. Carol Dweck, who coined the term, explains that individuals with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to learn rather than threats to their self-worth. By embracing this mindset, we cultivate resilience, motivation, and a willingness to improve, which are essential for achieving long-term goals. To foster a growth mindset, start by reframing setbacks as learning experiences. After a challenging situation, reflect on what went wrong and identify specific lessons. This approach shifts focus from failure to growth, reinforcing the belief that improvement is possible. When setting goals, Aim for stretch goals that challenge you to grow rather than merely confirming your abilities. Research shows that people with a growth mindset are more likely to persevere through difficult tasks and embrace new challenges, which leads to greater success over time. According to studies by Dweck, individuals with this mindset not only perform better academically and professionally but also report higher levels of life satisfaction. This mindset encourages resilience by reducing fear of failure. By focusing on learning and improvement, rather than solely on outcomes, we become more open to feedback, less susceptible to anxiety about success, and better able to enjoy the journey. Adopting this perspective can also reduce the pressure of perfectionism, making it easier to take productive risks. Embracing a growth mindset allows for continuous self-improvement and encourages a healthier, more fulfilling approach to both work and life. By believing in our capacity to grow, we unlock a greater potential for happiness and success, transforming setbacks into steps forward. Focus on small, achievable goals. Setting and achieving small goals is a practical strategy for building motivation and confidence. Large, abstract goals, while inspiring, can feel overwhelming. Breaking them down into smaller, concrete actions increases the likelihood of success, creating a steady path toward larger aspirations. Research on goal setting by psychologists Edwin Locke and Gary Latham shows that clear, measurable goals enhance focus, performance, and satisfaction, making us feel accomplished along the way. To apply this method, choose one major goal and divide it into 3 small, actionable steps. For example, if your goal is to write a book, start by writing for 15 minutes each day or completing a single chapter outline. By making progress in achievable increments, you can maintain motivation and track your growth without feeling burdened by the enormity of the final outcome. Each completed task reinforces a sense of achievement, stimulating dopamine release in the brain, which reinforces motivation and creates a positive feedback loop. Regular, small wins increase self-efficacy, boosting your belief in your capacity to succeed. Moreover, completing smaller tasks builds a sense of momentum, which propels you forward. This approach also reduces procrastination, as it lessens the intimidation factor of large goals. By focusing on what can be done today, rather than on the distant future, you stay engaged in the present, making consistent progress toward long-term success. Prioritizing small goals doesn't mean limiting ambition. Rather, it's about creating a sustainable, encouraging path toward larger objectives. This method fosters resilience, increases productivity, and ultimately builds confidence in one's ability to achieve bigger dreams. Prioritize physical health. Physical health is integral to happiness and productivity, as regular exercise, nutrition, and sleep directly affect our mental well-being. Exercise, for instance, releases endorphins, natural mood enhancers that alleviate stress and improve focus. Dr. John Ratey, a psychiatrist specializing in exercise in the brain, notes that even moderate physical activity boosts mood, sharpens cognition, and reduces anxiety. To integrate physical health into daily life, start with a manageable routine, like a 10-minute daily walk. Consistent small actions are easier to maintain and compound over time, creating lasting health benefits. Choose activities that are enjoyable to ensure adherence, whether it's yoga, cycling, or hiking. This doesn't just impact physical fitness but also mental clarity and resilience. Studies show that regular exercise is as effective as antidepressants for some individuals in treating mild to moderate depression, as it reduces cortisol and stimulates dopamine and serotonin release. Similarly, proper sleep and nutrition are fundamental to mental clarity and energy. Sleep deprivation, for instance, hinders cognitive function, lowers mood, and increases stress levels. Nutrition also plays a role in well-being, with balanced meals supporting energy stability and mood regulation. Aim to consume whole foods, rich in nutrients, to sustain energy levels throughout the day. Prioritizing health enhances our capacity to handle stress and boosts productivity, creating a foundation for personal and professional success. By making physical health a priority, we equip ourselves with the stamina and mental resilience to meet life's demands, fostering a balanced, fulfilling approach to daily challenges. Cultivate a sense of purpose. Having a sense of purpose, a reason to get up each day, is crucial for long-term happiness and resilience. Dr. Viktor Frankl, a renowned psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, argued that purpose provides meaning even in the most challenging times, offering a powerful framework for enduring hardships and finding joy in life's journey. Purpose-driven individuals tend to be more motivated, resilient, and engaged. To cultivate purpose, start by identifying activities or goals that give your life meaning. Reflect on how your work, hobbies, or relationships contribute to something larger than yourself. Consider writing a purpose statement, a brief description of what drives you. For example, to improve others' lives through kindness and knowledge is a guiding principle that can provide clarity and focus. Research indicates that people with a strong sense of purpose experience higher life satisfaction, better health, and greater resilience. Studies from psychologist Michael Steger show that purpose increases psychological well-being by making day-to-day efforts feel worthwhile. Purpose creates a sense of coherence, helping us understand how different aspects of our lives contribute to a larger, meaningful whole. This sense of purpose also shapes our decision-making, guiding us toward activities and relationships that align with our values. It gives us motivation to persevere through difficulties, as we feel connected to a goal beyond personal gain. By fostering purpose, we cultivate inner strength and a reason to persist, even in challenging times. A life led with purpose is deeply satisfying, as it aligns daily actions with long-term goals, enhancing both happiness and success. This approach provides direction, resilience, and fulfillment in life's journey. Engage in continuous learning. Continuous learning fosters curiosity, adaptability, and a sense of accomplishment, contributing significantly to happiness and success. Lifelong learning, as advocated by thinkers like Leonardo da Vinci, is about seeking knowledge and skills not just for career growth but for personal fulfillment. By expanding our minds, we improve our cognitive abilities, increase resilience, and keep a fresh, optimistic perspective on life. To build a habit of learning, start with small daily actions, such as reading for 15 minutes, listening to educational podcasts, or exploring a new skill through online tutorials. Choose topics that genuinely interest you, whether they're professional or purely recreational, as personal interest boosts retention and engagement. As we acquire new skills, our brain releases dopamine, reinforcing the positive experience and increasing motivation. Research demonstrates that lifelong learners often report greater happiness and satisfaction. Studies by the Pew Research Center show that people who actively pursue learning are more likely to feel fulfilled, as continuous growth provides a sense of progress and personal achievement. This aligns with findings in positive psychology, which highlight that learning enhances self-efficacy and confidence, fueling further goals. Continuous learning also improves adaptability, making it easier to handle life's inevitable changes and challenges. As we learn, we enhance our ability to think critically and develop problem-solving skills, which support resilience and creativity. This attitude fosters a mindset that welcomes challenges and adapts to new opportunities. By engaging in learning, we add depth and richness to life. The habit of acquiring knowledge keeps us connected, motivated, and open-minded, cultivating a lifetime of curiosity and joy that continuously enriches our experiences and sense of purpose. Practice self-compassion. Self-compassion, being kind to oneself, especially during setbacks, promotes emotional well-being by reducing self-criticism and fostering resilience. Dr. Kristen Neff, a leading researcher on self-compassion, explains that treating ourselves with kindness during times of failure encourages positive growth and reduces anxiety. Self-compassion doesn't mean excusing mistakes, rather, it means responding to them with understanding and encouragement instead of harsh criticism. To practice self-compassion, start by reframing negative self-talk. When you face a setback, acknowledge your feelings and remind yourself that mistakes are part of the human experience. You could write a compassionate letter to yourself as if you were comforting a friend, focusing on understanding rather than blame. This approach reinforces self-acceptance and creates a mindset that is more resilient to stress and failure. Research indicates that self-compassion is associated with greater psychological well-being. Studies by Neff and others have shown that individuals who practice self-compassion experience less anxiety, lower stress, and higher life satisfaction. Self-compassion also leads to a growth mindset by encouraging a constructive approach to challenges, fostering motivation and persistence. By replacing self-criticism with compassion, we create an internal support system, making it easier to navigate life's challenges. This kindness toward ourselves strengthens emotional resilience, allowing us to bounce back more quickly and approach situations with a clear, positive perspective. Self-compassion also benefits relationships, as it improves empathy and reduces the need for validation from others. Ultimately, self-compassion is essential for achieving balanced happiness and success. It builds a strong, supportive foundation for personal growth, enabling us to learn from mistakes and keep progressing without the weight of excessive self-judgment. Limit social comparison. Limiting social comparison is vital for maintaining happiness, as constantly comparing ourselves to others can undermine self-esteem and gratitude. Social comparison theory, proposed by psychologist Leon Festinger, suggests that while comparing ourselves to others is natural, it can be detrimental if it becomes excessive or negative. Social media, in particular, often intensifies this tendency, as people present idealized versions of their lives, creating unrealistic standards that affect self-worth. To minimize social comparison, limit exposure to social media or curate your feed to include positive, inspiring content. Instead of focusing on what others have achieved, direct your energy toward personal growth by setting individual goals. Practice reminding yourself of your unique strengths and values. This can foster self-acceptance and gratitude, shifting the focus back to personal fulfillment rather than external validation. Research by Dr. Sonia Lyubomirsky highlights that individuals who engage less in social comparison report higher levels of happiness and life satisfaction. By reducing comparison, we focus more on our achievements and unique journey, which strengthens our sense of purpose and self-confidence. This approach helps cultivate intrinsic motivation, which is more sustainable and fulfilling than seeking validation based on others' opinions. Additionally, limiting comparison encourages gratitude for what we have, which boosts happiness by reinforcing a mindset of abundance. When we appreciate our progress and personal strengths, we're less likely to be swayed by external pressures or judgments. Ultimately, focusing on personal growth and reducing social comparison supports emotional well-being, allowing us to enjoy a life defined by our own standards rather than societal expectations. This perspective creates a fulfilling path to happiness and success. Copyright 2024 by AudioBooksTube. Thank you for listening. Please consider to subscribe, like, and share to help the channel grow new videos on a daily basis.